What's up, everybody? Joe with ECRM here at our baking, spices, and breakfast food session. And I have with me Ihsan from Islandboy Spices. And he's here, he's a master networker, and we're gonna talk about this. So we're always talking about the value of the buyer-supplier meetings, and that's true, they're very valuable, but also there's so many networking opportunities, and Ihsan really made the most out of them. So
right.
Before we get into that though, tell us a little bit about your company and the products that you have.
Of course. So again, Ihsan Munier here with Islandboy Spices. You know, we make all natural, authentic Caribbean spice blends. Here's an example of our 32-ounce jar and a 5.5 ounce. Same blend here. We have 11 different blends, but this is the Beach Bum Rub. So yeah, you know, here at this ECRM event, and as you know, you guys had a whole little menu of buyers for me to connect with, which was great. I had those meetings, but there was another benefit which you kind of talked about. I don't know if you want me to go into it though.
Yes, no, because this is something that I think people know about, but they don't know how much value they could get. And the thing is, it's up to you. The network, for the buyer meetings, we send the buyers to you, we make the schedules,
Right.
You're getting those meetings. But the networking part is up to you.
It's on
so
you.
you could be as, extroverted as you want, or you can sit in the corner, and the thing is, but you sit in the corner and things aren't gonna happen.
Right.
You made things happen. So I want you to talk about some of the things that happened from that networking.
Correct. Yeah, I can do that.
Yes.
So, yes, obviously I participated in the pre-scheduled buyer meetings that you guys had for me. I also went to what you didn't mention, they also do these little educational sessions like the round tables. So there's other events around this that I went to, but I found as much, maybe even more value in these impromptu, unscheduled conversations with all these buyers. And you know what's crazy is that a lot of them weren't even in my category.
Yeah.
There were folks here who were here for the candy, right? Or they were here for snacks. Yeah. And we just got to talking in the hallway. We got to talking in the elevator. We got to talking at dinner, at lunch, at the cocktail hour, at breakfast, and made some deals.
Yep.
Right? So that's a big benefit. If you're gonna come to ECRM, you wanna make sure that you take advantage of these people, this captive audience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and a little background to explain why there were buyers from different categories. Even though Ihsan was participating in one specific session, we actually have 6 going on at this time in this location. So it was candy, I'm probably gonna forget a couple. It's candy, we had snacks, we had sauces, condiments, and
Baking,
spreads.
spices,
the
yeah.
baking and spices one that you were part of, and I know there was canned box and dried goods. So the reason why we do that is because from some of the mid-sized retailers, some of the buyers will span several of those categories.
Right.
And then for the larger retailers, they will have separate buyers for each one. So we put them all in the same place, and what it does is it's more efficient, but also it opens up opportunities. So if, let's say, he talks to someone from the candy category, but they end up thinking his product is something that their category manager for his category would be interested in, it's a matter of a phone call or an email for them to hook them up.
And that happened.
Yeah.
That happened a couple of times.
Okay.
I remember there was a candy buyer who was like, he came by, he's like, oh, I like spices just for my own little rubs on the weekend. He's like a little weekend grill god. So I was like, hey, smell this one, try this one, taste this one. And he was like, this stuff is really good. Let me get your card because I'm going to connect you to the buyer for that at our store. He wasn't the buyer for that, but he knows the buyer for that.
Perfect. That's a perfect example of it. And the reason why, the other thing like that he alluded to is the fact that, everybody is on site. The meals are all held together. The lunch, the breakfast, the cocktails, entertainment. We had some games like cornhole and Jenga and all that. We had a DJ last night. So the goal is to keep everybody together so you have these serendipitous meetings outside of the formal buyer-seller meetings. And then the other things, like you mentioned, we have the educational sessions. So we had Nielsen IQ gave a presentation. We had Fair Trade USA give a presentation. We had the roundtables. There was 5 of them. Each roundtable was a different topic. I moderated one of them. And then everybody comes in, buyers and sellers. They have an off-the-record discussion, casual conversation around that topic for about 20 minutes. Then we break. Everybody gets up, picks another table topic, and drills down. So again, the goal is lots of opportunities to keep everybody together and engaging with each other outside of the formal meetings. Because face it, I mean, sure, the formal meetings, right? You have 10 minutes, but also it's maybe not enough time to get to know somebody personally. And the thing is, the relationships are built on that personal engagement. So it's a good compliment. And then you also, I noticed, on our way here, you've made friends with a lot of other brands too. And there's value in that as well.
100%. No, it's who you know and who they know and who I know that can help them. And just really quick, I want to go back for 1 second. I just want to say I love that serendipitous meetings. Did y'all hear when he threw that in? Serendipitous meetings. That's what it's all about, though. Really love that, man. We're all here to do the same thing, right? We're all here to network. At the end of the day, the buyers want to network. The retailers, they want to network with the brand owners and with the manufacturers and the suppliers. And so take advantage, right? Take advantage. The 10-minute meetings are great, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the spear.
Absolutely.
Right? So just, get on out there, talk to people, do what you got to do, have some fun.
Building relationships.
Build those relationships.
And I also want to plug your Facebook group. So he's involved in a group on Facebook that's called Recipe for Retail.
Recipe for
Retail.
And
me, him, and Tyler, our VP of Food and Beverage, just did a Facebook Live with that group. Tell everybody about that group.
So Recipe for Retail, this is a group that's started by Chevalo and Monique Wilson de Briano. They have their brand I think it's called Charleston Gourmet Company, and they have their burger sauce and their burger marinade, and they've been out there for a long time, and they're well established, lots of accounts. And so what they've done is they've taken a whole lot of people under their wing and are teaching them how to get ready for retail, and they provide this recipe for retail. It's amazing. We're all at different levels. Some of us are already in stores. Some of us are still trying to figure out our sauce recipe. Some of us are working on our packaging. Some of us are, so wherever you are, you can become part of this community, and it's like a little family. And so these guys, Joe and Tyler, they were gracious enough to go live with me.
It was fun. A lot of questions. A lot of people jumped on there live. Man. We had about 50 questions at least.
It was really, really good. People, really engaging. They shared a lot of information, man. With the Recipe for Retail family, it was great. And look, I get to hang out with these guys here at ECRM. Looking forward to doing it again in Vegas. And look, just take advantage. You come here, take advantage. Not just, again, I want to stress this one more time, if I may. Don't just take advantage of the 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes, right? That's not long enough, right? So when you see them outside, talk to them. And you may not have even met them. Today at lunch, this guy just walked up and said, hey, can I sit with you guys? Turned out I just did a deal with him, right? And he wasn't even on my list. Right?
I love that you mentioned that. Whenever I go to lunch or breakfast, I always look for a table with people who I don't know.
Correct.
And I make new friends. And that's several opportunities a day to make new friends.
Making friends. That's what we do. It's
all right.
Buddy.
Well, thanks a lot. Check out Recipe for Retail on Facebook. We're going to be doing a lot more together around that. Happy to join in whenever I can help.
Of course.
And
check out Islandboy Spices.
Islandboy Spices. Check them out.
Here we are.
And you're on Rangeby too, right?
I'm on Rangeby.
So find them on
Rangeby. You can find me on Rangeby. Find me online. That's what it is, man. Check out ECRM. Let's do it.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
All right.